I know there's going to be people out there who are saying, well, why don't you just put a link direct to your website? What would you say to those people?
How I see myself as a guest. So I imagine myself in the shoes of my potential guest, viewing my social accounts or somehow finding about my business, right? If I imagine that I click a website, the Book Direct website, and there's like a bunch of information kind of drops out, all of the amenities, bunch of pictures, 30 pictures, whatever, a list of things to do and attractions, multiple tabs. It's kind of overwhelming, right?
Mhm.
I'm bombarded with a lot of information. And what Booklee does here is that it gives you the means, gives you essentially the power to display the most important information about your property so that you're quite sure that the guest is going to be inspired, incentivized more to explore about your property and go to your full-fledged Booking Direct website, right?
Having a blast, gonna get it on the Booklee podcast. Booklee like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely. If you want my respect, you better book direct. Here are the words in the podcast, that's what comes next.
Hi, and welcome back to the Boostly podcast. Today, we are talking about how you can drive direct bookings via some of the tech within your business and some of the cool software links and things like that. So before doing that, let's just introduce what the subject of all Boostly podcasts is about. It's about giving you the tools, the tactics, the training, and most importantly, the confidence to go out there and get more direct bookings. I'm Liam Carolan. I'm Mark Simpson's co-host, and we always do these spotlight series from time to time, which are looking at people, services within the industry that you need to know about. And today we're shining the Boostly spotlight on a very special guest. We've got Adams Randra from Booklee, and Booklee is this awesome thing that you do need to know about as a host. So welcome along, Adams.
Thank you for having me here. Really excited for this.
I'm excited to have you here. So first of all, what is Booklee? Let's start at the very basic.
Sure. So a quick one-liner, what is Booklee? And then I'm gonna delve in a bit deeper into the story, how we got here. Essentially, Booklee is a simple booking landing page for your vacation rental business. So imagine if you're running, you're running a vacation rental business and you have some, say, social media exposure, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or other mediums platforms, and you're driving traffic on those, but you want to have efficient tools to convert that traffic into actual bookings, right?
Mhm.
And Booklee helps you with that. Booklee builds a simple booking landing page that sits within the bio, link as functions as a link in bio of your social media accounts that helps you efficiently, effectively convert the traffic that you're getting on those platforms into actual bookings. And we have a couple of cool features within Booklee that actually helps you do that thing. So that's what is Booklee in a nutshell. And yeah.
I want to say to every host that's listening to this, if you haven't got social media set up, it's 2023. You need to, for your business, have your social media channels on point, whether that is the one that you prefer. It might be Facebook, it might be Twitter, it might be, or X as it's called now, or it might be Instagram. The key thing is just take some action. It only takes about 5 minutes to do the actual initial step of getting something set up. And if you listen to this just going, hey, I haven't even got a social media page, well, don't switch off from listening. Listen to the rest of this and then go set it up. And then also you'll know what to do and what to put in the link. So can you give us a bit about your background and your history? How did you come up with Booklee as the co-founder?
Sure. So at Booklee, we are a team of four as of now. And essentially, me, myself, and my co-founder, we both are hosts. We have been hosting on Airbnb. Me personally, I have two properties that I manage. Those are more of a seasonal properties. And my other co-founder, Renis, he has more of a resort-like property. And how we got to the idea of Booklee is that, yeah, well, essentially the business was simple for us, right? We list on platforms, booking.com, Airbnb, and essentially put our hands in our laps and just sit and wait for bookings to come in. And at one point, we kind of understood that there's essentially no real way for us to grow more. So we wanted to grow more, we wanted to grow bigger. and we wanted to grow outside platforms. And there was a clear roadblocks for us ahead of our business to do that, right? And that was kind of our trigger that we want to grow more, control more of our business, that we need to step out of the, say, trap of OTAs, right? And we just naturally just kind of started to explore solutions, ideas on how to do that. And we landed on this simple idea of social media, right? Creating a brand, creating an experience, and trying to sell that on social media, connecting with people, our potential guests in our local communities, whatever, just showing them our brand, our experience, and doing that. And yeah, that's what we tried to do. So we set up social media accounts for both our businesses, properties, and it was fun, right? Doing simple reels, photos, and videos about our properties, just trying to create this package. So we call it the emotional kind of experience package, and trying to sell it and then present it to our potential guests, right? It was fun, but we kind of quickly realized that it's hard. It's hard to convert that traffic that you get on those social accounts into actual bookings. So we started to brainstorm ideas on how we actually can do that.
When you say it, it is simple ideas are often the best ideas, isn't it? Like, why isn't that more customizable? Why isn't that more tailored towards hospitality?
Exactly.
Just one thing I didn't catch is where are you guys based in the world? Where did the business start?
Sure. So we are based in Latvia, Riga. That's where our core team is based. That's also where our own vacation rental businesses are based here. So this is where we are operating from. And but yeah, Booklee is global, so we tried to reach a global audience, and we kind of quickly understood that once we released Booklee, that there's actual need for this, that there are other hosts within our community, and then we also talked with Liam that on Facebook groups, right? We are engaging on Facebook groups a lot there, just to spreading word about the tool, and then yeah, a bunch of people globally are trying to use it.
Yeah.
Well, are wishing to use it, and there's a need for that. So we are based in Latvia, but the tool's global.
How does it work, and how does it help hosts when it comes down to what does it look like basically once people go to set it up?
Yeah, that's a cool question. So let's jump into this. So what we really wanted to do with Booklee is that it's super simple, super flexible, and super customizable, right? We want to offer this possibility to hosts who want to try this to build out their online presence, so they can really make it personal to them, right? So when guests see their page, they see a brand. They don't see an Airbnb, but they see a brand. So how we came about that is that, so once you create an account on Booklee, so at the third stage, I think you simply just paste in your existing OTA listing link.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is that essentially our software, our program goes to your listing link, gathers all of the data that is there listed about your property, and takes it and dumps it on an existing small booking landing page, if you will, right? And that happens in like 30 seconds. And then you kind of jump into it, and it's a simple drag and drop, change up the colors, add some emojis, add your listing links, or add your book direct website. If you have, if you have a Boostly website that is like functional and live, you can easily add a book direct link onto that guests, once they visit your link in bio page, they can finish the booking journey within the Boostly site that you have already live, right? So how it actually looks is that you just paste in your existing OTA link, and it's gonna generate you a simple booking landing page that you can later on just drag and drop, change up the colors, add emojis, add the links you want to have, YouTube videos, images, whatever. It's a simple, fast playground there. And within 30 minutes, you're essentially done with a simple one-page booking landing page that you can easily put up on your social accounts. It can also be found on Google. You can link it, I don't know, send it on WhatsApp, Messenger, on your email communication, whatever. The possibilities are endless.
I know there's going to be people out there who are saying, well, why don't you just put a link direct to your website? What would you say to those people? As I know why I'd rather have a Booklee link, but what would you say to those people?
Right. This is a good question because so how I see myself as a guest. So I imagine myself in the shoes of my potential guest, viewing my social accounts or somehow finding about my business, right? And if I imagine that I click a website, the Book Direct website, and there's like a bunch of information kind of drops out, all of the amenities, bunch of pictures, 30 pictures, whatever, a list of things to do and attractions, multiple tabs. It's kind of overwhelming, right? I'm bombarded with a lot of information, and I mean, I'm just browsing the internet, right? I'm just trying to find cool stuff. I'm trying to get the inspiration where I'm gonna go next and all that stuff. And what Booklee does here is that it gives you the means, gives you essentially the power to display the most important information about your property, so that you're quite sure that the guest is going to be inspired, incentivized more to explore about your property and go to your full-fledged Booking Direct website, right? To actually finish the booking. So imagine that the guest lands on a simple Booklee landing page. The very first things he or she is going to see is your real reviews, whether or not you have your superhost status, your beautiful crisp pictures on the Booklee page, right? And some quick ideas on what he or she can expect within your local area, right? Some cool experiences, main attractions, whether there's a pool or not, some cool amenities. Those are like kind of the three main pillars that makes guests essentially get them all hyped up, right, to explore more about your property. And essentially this is kind of the main difference. I would say that Booklee is kind of like a really strong entryway into your existing full-fledged booking site. It really narrows down on presenting your own big booking site with some core features you have there, just to kind of avoid the issue of your potential guests being bombarded with a lot of information.
Having a blast, gonna get it on the Booklee podcast. Booklee like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely.